if that's what he was thinking, I think he would just be, I'm protecting my body. I'm watching how many minutes I gotta play. I got a future in basketball. I'm 30, whatever I am. I I need to basically like protect my basketball. No, this dude is out there wanting to win everything.
He just loves to play. I
Yeah.
think it really just boils down to like he just loves the game.
Why
He
don't
loves the money
why
that
didn't
comes
we
with it, the
know?
pussy that comes with it.
Listen, no, why didn't we know he was that good? Like
Because you don't watch him every night.
I didn't know he was that guy like that. He wanted to win like that.
Because you didn't watch him every night. And what happens is it's just like in politics. Mainstream media creates narratives that
True.
become reality. They're not always true,
True.
right? CNN covers a news story one way, and Fox News will cover it the other way. Fox News covers a story that CNN may not even cover because it looks bad for their guy. So, like, it's just people's opinions are shaped by mainstream unless you can actually follow it every single day. I always say you never know a player until he's on your team and you're watching him every night and you have a vested interest in what they're doing.
Right.
Even like I watch a lot of Knicks games. I don't know them their players the same way Nick fan does because I don't give a shit when they have like a minor turnover every night. I bypass it. They're like, this fucking guy does this every game,
Yeah.
So it's just a different mentality.
No, it definitely is. It definitely is. What do you think about the way that they're bringing Blake Griffin along?
I mean, I'd like to see the guy play, but I have no idea what kind of shape he's in. And this is just how the Nets do things. So it can be frustrating at times. Like when, I'm at work and I'm excited for a game and I see that Kyrie's not playing. You're like, fuck, this is annoying. But
Right.
it just is what it is. And everything the Nets do is based on getting their players to perform at peak levels. And if they think that a guy needs a week ramp-up period or he needs a day off here and there, right now the organization has my trust. Who am I to say that they need to do something different?
No, I think you gotta love the way they protect the players.
It's consistent.
And we know it's like they almost have us trained now to the point where players get hurt, we don't even question the length of time anymore.
Right. When they said he had
as
a
a
groin
fan
injury, I
base.
was like, he'll be back on fucking Friday.
Yeah,
He didn't
yeah,
have a groin injury. Just like he had a back injury. And KD's giving him fucking backbreakers on the sideline.
yeah.
Giving him the fucking people's
Nah,
elbow
man.
and shit.
I think they recognize the brittleness of Kyrie. I think that's something as an organization you have to admit to yourself, and you have to protect the player from himself. Like he may have wanted to play, but I think they definitely have a plan. Whether that plan is effective or not, I'm not sure. It's all if this all ends in a championship, that's it. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
How much do you believe Steve Nash when he says Blake Griffin looks really, really, really good?
Well, it's semantics. Does he look like Blake Griffin used to be really, really good? Does he look like Blake Griffin now, or is he looking really, really good based on the expectations? I definitely think there's room for him to take Bruce Brown's minutes, maybe, or some of his minutes, and hopefully a lot of DeAndre's minutes. So I'm anxious to see him on the court. I know they asked him if he'll play Sunday. He said he doesn't know. I don't know why he said that. Maybe he actually doesn't know, and they're debating it. But I wish somebody would have followed up and said, "Does that mean there's a possibility he plays?"
Yeah, I don't think that the team tells the player either. I think they open ended, and they just have dudes sit. Like I don't. That's not different from what I've heard.
Yeah,
from most
Dude,
of the players.
Do we have the worst
Nets
beat
players,
writers in professional sports?
Okay, are they good
Like
writers?
who is the like Jordan Rannon?
Yeah,
Like,
who's the Frank Isola?
They have nobody.
Like I think, and I
like Christian.
I think they're all good men. I think they're all good people. But I just think they not one person ask a hard question.
Lichinson does.
Yes, yeah,
But,
and
like,
they've kind of
don't
isolated
respect him.
Liechtenstein too. Like I think sometimes he pisses them off. He definitely had Kenny Atkinson had on a head on a swivel. Like whenever he'd ask a question, Kenny would get a little annoyed. You could tell Kenny is annoyed because these people don't want to answer hard questions. But this is New York, man. Like I'm not impressed.
I like Steve, but he sounds like he has like a mouthful of potato salad when he's talking. It's just like his voice is tough to listen to sometimes.
How dare you? Steve Lichtenstein is my guy.
That's fine. I'm not saying he's a bad guy.
He is the only.
He always sounds like he's clearing his throat.
He's all we got, man.
Gotta get him a lozenge.
Like that's a lozenge. He's all we got, man.
Yeah, and like none of our guys have any sources. They literally just like show up to the games, write an article, ask a few questions. None of them like dig. Nobody ever breaks a fucking story. Every net story is broke by Woj and occasionally Shams. I've never. These guys have no sources.
Occasionally, our guy Pooch has put it out there first. Though. He's not a beat writer anymore. That's true, but. It sucks. Again, I'm not gonna do the same thing I did last week with Pooch, no, it was him and Lichtenstein that I would think would ask a question, and I think, I think it's a shame. And the Knicks side of things aren't the same either. Like it really has turned into this real, like just. Soft isn't the right word. It's just not engaging.
They're not good writers.
No, they're good writers.
I shouldn't say that. They're just not.
They're not aggressive journalists.
Celebrity writer, like no guy in the beat where like that. Like if I need to go directly to a source for Nets information, I'm going to this guy. With the Giants, they have a couple.
Right.
Like they have, Jordan Rannon. Who, he could be an asshole, but like in fairness to these writers, like when the team's like doing bad, like they take a ton of shit from the fans, like it's their fault. Even John Schmelk, who works for the team, that could have been Pooch, who worked for the team and did a lot of stuff for it. We just don't have that. And that just shows you like how good things are going on the court as we're complaining about the beat writers.
That's all we got, man.
We got nothing else to do. Have you been following the NFL free agency at all?
I just keep getting disappointed, man.
Giants need to get this receiver in town, man.
I look at these teams and I look at what they're trying to do. It's like we're in this perpetual phase of rebuilding.
I think the Giants are getting close. The problem is it's hard to get excited because I just don't think Daniel Jones is the guy.
Nah, he's not a good enough quarterback, man. But
he just like has like Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill ceiling written all over him.
Yeah, he's
good enough to get
Ryan
you fired.
Fitzpatrick.
And I want to make a quick mention. I don't know if you've had a chance to check it out yet, but Los's podcast. I think it's Eat Your Wheaties.
Yeah,
check it out. They're doing a good job over there.
No, I definitely got to give them a plug. Like Los is a guy been on here early on, but he knows his sports, man. And
he, it is. He's just a diehard, and he's always mad at his teams. and his partner.
Now our football teams is dismal, man. Like I need this championship. That'll get me through this winter. Of discontent with football. Like I'm not even a in particular fan. I'm just a fan of New York City football, and it sucks, yo. Like neither one of them could be good. This is embarrassing.
Well, I think the Giants are getting closer to respectability. They actually have some talent on defense.
I just don't see a Pro Bowl talent. That's like I don't see
James Bradbury.
No, he is like
Bro,
you're talking about.
Up.
This is the team. This is the team that had Strahan and Humanura.
Yeah, that's right. They've lost the pass rusher identity that they had for so long.
That's what the Giants do. We rush the passer, and we have like if I thought that you could pull off like a Phil Simms or Eli Manning, we always have like a mid-level kind of better.
Bro, don't you call Eli mid-level? Not around me. I named my fucking dog after that dude.
Yo, let's get back to the Nets, man, and
Yeah.
close this out. Yo, so Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, thanks
What
for
do
the memories. Peace.
but what do you have to get for him?
We've had this conversation. Your expectations are unrealistic.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they are. So I think we can get a first round
Are
pick
there
from
20?
somebody.
Are there 21 point guards that are better? I mean, that are better than Dinwiddie in the league.
21?
What I'm trying to say is,
you think he's a top 10 point guard?
I think he's a top 10 point guard. There's at least 20 teams in the NBA that would take him over the point guard they have right now.
I don't know about that. I mean, look at our own division. Other than the Knicks, nobody. Not.
No. The Sixers don't have a point guard.
Well, Simmons is their point guard, but
they would love to have someone who could play off of him.
Yeah,
they would love to have someone on the level of Dinwiddie. Look, you telling me that Spencer Dinwiddie is not better than Goran Dragic?
Yeah, of course he is. I think we can get a late first from somebody and a useful player.
That's for me. That's the minimum, because.
But look, you only can take what's offered, and the whole league knows you're trading him, and the whole league knows you're losing
Orlando.
him.
But it's about the demand. It's about who wants to get him under their cap. Like, there's also a bunch of capped out teams that wouldn't be able to sign him, and even if they have cap, they don't have enough cap to sign Spencer Dinwiddie. But getting them, under their cap, allows them to be a little bit luxurious to keep him. And
let's be honest, it's going to have to be a good team that trades for him, because a shit team's not going to give their draft pick up for him.
Like, Orlando's about to lose the playoffs to the Knicks. They don't need a draft pick. They need Dinwiddie. They had Chasing Randall yesterday, y'all.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee they can keep Dinwiddie. That's the fear for them. They're not going to give up a potential top 5 pick for a guy that could walk on them. That would be ridiculously dumb.
Dinwiddie is going to go where whoever best pays him.
Probably.
And that's why you got to get him underneath your cap. You got to let the market be able to control the market, which they can if he's under their cap. And no one could really outbid him or pay him more.
What he's going to do is he's going to hold your feet to the fire and say, kind of like Leonard Williams was able to do with the Giants.
Yeah.
You just gave up this capital for me. I don't really particularly want to be here, but if you pay me the max, I'll stay.
Exactly.
That's a bad bargaining position for a team to put down. What I think is he winds up going to a contender in the Western Conference, and we get a good role player back for him, and either a first-round pick or maybe like a late first, or maybe that team is a second from a bad team. We get something like that. That's my guess.
Yeah, if I'm Utah, I'm figuring out a way to get like a Dinwiddie so I can have that.
You know who I love him for? Denver. Love him adding him to that backcourt next year.
Jokic and Jamal has the ball a lot.
Here's an interesting one. Dinwiddie for Bol and Denver's first.
Yeah. Done.
I would do that.
That's a trade that makes sense for both sides.
Yeah.
Dinwiddie is gonna win a playoff game for you, or two.
Or how about Dinwiddie for Favors in like a second?
No. We have a bunch of Derrick Favors now, and we're gonna have our pick of Derrick Favors at the on the 25th.
Yeah, I was trying to tell this to my buddy last night. I'm like, dude, like they're gonna get more players too. Like they still have 2 spots and Dinwiddie to trade. Like there's more reinforcements coming.
Right. I would like to see them use Dinwiddie as a way. If you can't get I don't know why they can't. Orlando and the Nets can't work it out and just. I felt like last night Aaron Gordon was trying out for the Nets.
Right. Yeah, it was an audition. The thing about Orlando is, if they're going to trade for Dinwiddie, you want to add him to what you have. You don't want to subtract from what you have and add him. Particularly,
they've invested in Vucevic. They can't trade Vucevic, right?
Well, they should. I mean, they should trade everybody. I
and
think that's my
and
opinion.
they're
I think
getting
that they're
and
shot.
they